grew up in Darwin. Both my parents passed when I was at an extremely young age, both from heart attacks. So all I had to grow up with was myself and Uncle Gerald.
Francis has always been good at tennis. He always has been when he's young and through his whole life, really. But you know what he really has talent for? That's right, drinking alcohol.
Look, my uncle always wanted what's best for me, but sometimes that pressure really got to me. I started abusing alcohol. For many years, I struggled to find the balance between my tennis and my addiction.
Yeah, man. Born and raised in Cali, my mother always pushed me to play tennis. Basically, my training started since the womb. I was always number one. Every camp, every activity I was involved in. I mean, I was the star. I can't lie.
I picked up Sirius when he was very young. A tennis prodigy he was. No one else saw his potential, but I did. With my coaching and my skill set, I knew he could be the next best in the world.
3 words that would describe me as a human. 1 would be brave, 2nd, handsome, and yeah, 3rd, I'm just humble.
We are in a legally bound contract. If he doesn't perform to the standards and levels that I need, he will lose me. I cleaned myself up, I became sober, and now all I focus on is my tennis. Yeah, that's my life now. Was it worth it? It was all a blur, the whole match, until the last game. I'm 7 for the match.
It was the 5th set, and the unthinkable happened.
Alcohol was thrown onto the court, disrespectfully. I saw all the alcohol pouring out the can. I couldn't see straight.
When that beer can landed on the court, I looked straight to Francis. I looked straight to him, and I could tell he was going through something.
All I could think about in that moment was the past, getting the best of me. I double faulted. We are back to deuce for the 19th time in this final game. Francis, he was dazed. I don't know what happened, but if that happened to Sirius, our partnership would have ended right there.
See, I knew Francis had a throbbing forehand. I did, but I still misunderstood his power.
I knew he was tired. I knew he was weak, but so was I. But I had to keep him running.
Francis hit this ball with authority. Deep in my corner, I ran for it. And then it happened. It was gone. My right ankle snapped.
I could not look on the other side of that court. The agony, it was gut-wrenching to hear. I told him right there, if you don't get up and stop being a pussy, we're done. So you go win this match. I didn't want it to end like this. Luckily, it didn't.
just knew I was injured. He did, but I didn't think he would go to such drastic measures to win this match.
I hit a drop shot. I knew he couldn't make it.
It was gone. My left ankle snapped. I had to go for that ball because I knew it was on the line. I looked at coach, and all I saw was disappointment.
I thought this was it. I thought it was over.
Seriously? Serious was pretty injured, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I gave mind my French. I gave no fucks.
Is this how I become world number 1? By breaking both of my opponent's legs?
All I remember was the color red.
All I see is blood. All over his ankles. He can't continue. But he did. I gave him the strongest painkillers my team had. You've come this far? You gotta finish it off.
I just thought to myself, are we living in a real situation? That doesn't happen in one match.
"50 shots into this rally and I feel my heart, it skips a beat. I died. For a whole 30 seconds, I wasn't living.
I never told Francis this. I never told him. I thought Lion has a weakness. And that's why we drank so much. Because we can't avoid it. It's called heart disease. It's a bloody heart attack. That's how his parents went. So when I saw him drop to the ground, I was like, it had to be me first.
I remember looking across the net, and I just saw Francis there on the ground, dead. I guess Francis couldn't handle it.
I could not stand there in the crowd watching my sister's son die in front of millions of people. All I had to say was, your legacy starts now if you get up.
My heart just gave up, but I didn't.
Francis goddamn stood up. He stood up and he looked at me. And he knew exactly what he's just done. He's made history, not for the game, not for the culture, but for himself.
All of a sudden, I'm back. I believed I survived because of them. My mum and my dad, they brought me back to finish this match off. And that's what I did. Straight down the middle. I've got match point for the 28th time. This is it. This has to be it. If we go back to another deuce, I'm not sure I can make it through another point.
I already knew we made history. I did. But still, my contract was still on the line. Francis faltered. My heart just stopped.
Everything is going through my mind. Who am I doing this for? My uncle? My mum? My dad? No. I had to do this for myself.
A million thoughts in my head. The painkillers coach gave to me, they were wearing off. The match had to end.
I knew there was only one more play that would work.
He did it. He won.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
He's victorious. He's bloody victorious. My sister's son. I could not believe it.
I knew it was over. My contract. I was too afraid to stare at coach. I didn't look at him.
Look, Sirius put everything he had on the line. He left it all out there, but it wasn't enough.
I had the legacy. No more.
All I can say is, we made history that night.